Welcome to the after party. What?
You think the candidates were nervous? I'm nervous. I'm sitting next to the guy who calls out the base commander, and then the other guy who's malfunctioned, and then the radical independent guy at the end. Bree, you're the only person I identify with here.
I can get pretty radical. Right. Don't count me out.
Doc, what was your takeaway?
How much? Thoughts and prayers.
Light a candle. Light a candle.
Want to connect with what's going on at home? Check out the KUAM Podcast Network. From entertainment, culture, news, food, current events, and interesting people, listen to us anytime and anywhere. Look for our feed and subscribe in your favorite podcast service, including iTunes, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud. So subscribe and be constantly connected to the KUAM Podcast Network today.
Montego Air 828
to JFK.
Flight 828. That's not possible. Can you repeat your call sign?
After the plane left Jamaica, where did you land?
We never landed anywhere until we landed right here.
It makes no sense.
Tell me what really happened.
Instruments never detected a thing.
What exactly is the problem?
You've all been missing, presumed dead, for 5.5 years.
With the cost of living going up, healthcare at risk, and ensuring quality education for our children, you have the power to decide the final 15. Join us. Ask your questions every Monday and Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on KUAM TV8 for D18 Tonight, and the after party at 7 p.m. on our exclusive digital show streaming on Facebook. You control the conversation, and we'll deliver the results. Check the KUAM News app or website weekly for guest listings.
The Good Life, all month long on the stations and networks of KUAM. Check the KUAM News app or KUAM.com for all program listings.
When it comes to fun,
you tell the truth.
Fallon always hits the spot. The Tonight Show.
1, 2, 3.
Starring Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon!
Weeknights on NBC.
More to choose from.
I've heeded the call of about thousands of people.
We need to really focus on the economy.
It's going to boil down to efficient and effective government.
Today is just the start of our journey.
We believe in embracing everyone and everyone's voice.
But only one that delivers results.
If you are watching us on Facebook
we have
right now,
3 of your candidates running for senator live in studio to take your questions.
Beyond the polls, beyond the politics, beyond broadcast. KUAM News. Results you can count on.
New Amsterdam is America's first public hospital. Patients don't need insurance, money.
You do know the whole system's rigged, don't you?
Let's get into some trouble. Let's be doctors again. Tell me what you need, what your patients need, and I don't care if it's not covered. Yeah.
I want to get rid of our waiting room.
Done. Any department who places billing above care will be terminated.
They're not going to let you just help people.
So let's help as many as we can before they figure us out.
New Amsterdam, Tuesdays this fall on NBC.
KUAM News Headlines, presented by Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adai Tano program. The all-new 2018 Kona by Hyundai, available at Cars Plus. IP&E Fueling Excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm Loving It, and King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dededo. Always open, always local.
Coming up on your primetime news, a 54-year-old woman from Assen has been arrested for a vehicular homicide. Also tonight, DOE has announced free lunch when students head back to school, and the Guam Election Commission shoots down another complaint from a former senator. D18 News, right on the way. Hafa everybody, and good evening. Topping tonight's newscast, an Assen woman has been booked and confined accused of vehicular homicide. We have the latest tonight in our top story.
That's right. Nearly 3 weeks ago, a man crossing the street in Anigua near the bell tower was hit by a car and killed. Police earlier today arrested a 54-year-old woman in connection to the case. She faces charges of vehicular homicide, imprudent driving, and speeding in a posted zone. Crystal Paco reports.
54-year-old Gracilia Shinohara Shelton was behind the wheel. Now she's behind bars. The Asin woman was driving northbound along Route 1 Marine Corps Drive when she allegedly hit a man crossing the street. The victim, 54-year-old Willie Kias, lived in the area. His neighbors told KUAM he'd regularly buy alcohol from a nearby store, but rarely did he cross the street. A Good Samaritan, Navy electrician Andrew Plus, performed CPR on Kias until medics arrived. Kias was rushed to Naval Hospital Guam, where he was pronounced dead. An autopsy revealed he died from a crushed chest and broken back. His death marked the 10th auto pedestrian fatality of the year.
Shelton is the mother of senatorial candidate Amanda Shelton.
He allegedly went on a rampage with a machete and pellet gun. Police arrived to a Dededo home early Sunday evening where they found Vitaliano Ifopo still holding a machete. Ifopo allegedly hit a child in the head with a machete and shot a man in the shoulder with a pellet gun. Both victims were treated at the Guam Regional Medical City. He is charged with multiple counts of aggravated assault with a special allegation for possession and use of a deadly weapon in the commission of a felony.
In other island news headlines tonight, a traffic pullover has resulted in a drug arrest. 24-year-old Joshua Michael Blas Senato could not present a driver's license or registration to police. And upon his arrest, court documents state he confessed to smoking marijuana earlier that day. Guam's Finest also found a marijuana grinding device in the car with suspected drug residue. He was arrested and charged with possession of a Schedule II controlled substance as a third-degree felony.
They are man's best friend, so it's no wonder passerbys couldn't help but notice a pit bull tied helplessly to a tree, all skin and bones. Photos circulating on social media grabbed the attention of authorities and the dog's owner now in the doghouse. Crystal Paco reports on how the dogs are doing now that they're at the Gain Shelter in Chico.
The dog days are over, at least for now. Recently, this canine was photographed appearing severely malnourished, chained to a tree at a Barragana home. The photos were posted on social media and forwarded to authorities. The dog and 2 other dogs, also at the house in a similar condition, were transported to Guam Animals in Need. GAIN Executive Director Allison Hadley.
They're definitely emaciated, they're undernourished. Probably not regular feeding. They're dehydrated, so it's a very common thing, unfortunately, that we do see. Just lack of care, not the necessary TLC that they would need as living animals.
Their owner now in the doghouse. On Monday, officers from the Department of Agriculture's Conservation Enforcement and Animal Control Section effectuated the arrest. 50-year-old Leonard Garrido was booked and released. He faces 3 counts of animal abuse, which is a felony offense.
Guam law is actually, it's well written. It has all the details in there, including everything from room and time to exercise, all the way down to, you know, they need to have full access to food and water, as well as bringing into the vet if necessary.
KUAM files show few animal abuse cases are prosecuted. Back in 2015, Stephen Paul Borja was caught on camera brutally beating a pair of bully dogs. Rex and Lucky had broken legs, a fractured skull, damaged kidneys, and broken ribs. Borja ultimately entered a plea agreement with the government, pleading guilty to 2 counts of animal abuse, both as third-degree felonies. Borja was sentenced to a term of probation with credit for time served. He's also forbidden from working with or owning animals. Fortunately, the dogs from this most recent case were rescued before it was too late.
We're really happy that the community came out in full force to help these dogs. I hope that these types of cases continue to come forward and we're able to pull these animals into a better situation sooner than later.
KUAM wasn't able to confirm the names of any of the dogs. They are, however, making speedy recoveries at GAIN. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Crystal Paco.
Well, there is no such thing in our other news stories as a free lunch, but that is changing this school year.
The Guam Department of Education announcing school lunches will be covered at no cost to all 41 public schools. Carmen Terlahi has more.
Only
a week away from the start of public school, and students should look forward to a few new things on their plate, including free lunch.
Our 30 to 31,000 students in the system are all eligible to come in every day, go to the cafeteria, get breakfast, and go there at lunch and get their lunch.
100% free meals, no strings attached. Superintendent John Fernandez says it's free for all students attending one of Guam's 41 public schools, thanks to the community eligibility provision, first piloted in 21 of 41 schools in school year 2014 to 2015. That provides approximately $12 million in federal funds. Part of the United States Department of Agriculture National School Lunch Program and School Breakfast Program. CEP was created to encourage students in need to eat without the stigma.
Sometimes kids don't like to be tagged as I'm a free lunch student, so there were reasons that we thought students were not eating because of that process. We know, anecdotally, we know by the socioeconomic, data that we get, that it's likely that some kids are having a hard time getting access to regular meals and healthy meals.
According to Fernandez, approximately 70 to 80% of GDOE students come from poor socioeconomic backgrounds. The goal to feed all students goes hand in hand with providing quality education.
As we try to provide kids an education, we're also looking at their basic needs. So some of those issues relate to how we feed them. So I'm very proud of being able to say, look, no kid who comes to our school system ought to be hungry all day.
This year's Sodexo menu was also picked by students who chose healthy local favorites. You can view the full list of school lunches on GDOE's website. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Turlahi.
All right, everybody, there is a lot more shows, so please keep watching and keep streaming because Primetime continues right after these messages.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
A simple handshake. That's all Jake Calvo needed when he started his company. Today, 80 years later, we like to say thank you to all of you who have taken our hand in trust. Thank you to the dreamers. Thank you to the realists. Thank you to the family-oriented. Thank you to the entrepreneurial. Thank you to those climbing the corporate ladder. And to the ones starting a new life together. Thank you to the traditionalists and the edgy. To the young at heart and the old souls. Thank you to the daring, to the protective, to the practical. Thank you to the hopeful. To all of you from all of us, our deepest, happiest, and infinite thanks.
80 years here for you. 80 years thanks to you. Calvo's Insurance, a legacy of trust.
Our workforce is changing, and our students need to be prepared for the challenges that are ahead. I graduated high school at GCC when we could learn a trade and even prepare for college. Our students deserve schools that are safe and books and resources that help prepare them for their future.
El Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration will rebuild Simon Sanchez, fix our schools, integrate technology in the classroom, and expand access to trades. I'm in to help get us there, and we humbly ask for your vote.
I'm Leon Guerrero, and I approve this message.
Win adventure in the ITNE Explore Your World Million Mile Giveaway. Every week from July 16 to November 2nd, we're giving away 60,000 United Mileage Plus miles to ITNE postpaid and prepaid subscribers. Imagine where you could go. Go on a weekend getaway to the Philippines. Enjoy fresh sushi in Japan. Itadakimasu. Sip a latte at a cafe in Paris. Or use your miles for shopping and other rewards. It's your world. Explore it.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained, whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Day 7 of the budget battle saw senators back to talking about revenue enhancements, with this time they voted to raise the tobacco tax, which will generate another $9 million in extra money to help address health-related costs associated with smoking. Nestor Lecanto has more.
Senator Joe S. St. Augustine is proposing to raise the tax on cigarettes, cigars, and chewing tobacco, a provision first proffered by Speaker Benjamin Cruz in the original budget bill more than a week ago.
But I'm glad that Senator St. Augustine made the motion. I'm hoping that my inability to get my amendments through earlier was just the messenger and not the message. It does two things. It becomes a disincentive to smoking, and it becomes a tool by which we're able to raise some additional money to help balance this budget.
Senator Louise Muña explains her support, shared by many of her colleagues.
I'm just hoping and crossing my fingers that maybe a slight rise in the cost of doing something this harmful to their body will deter them from doing it.
The amendment increases the tax from $15 to $20 per 100 cigarettes, with the proceeds going to the Healthy Futures Fund. Senators have also voted to increase the real property tax on $1 million or more structural improvements and to permanize the 5% business privilege tax. They also approved slashing the budgets for the governor's office, Revenue Tax, and the administration department, forcing them to collect past due taxes to fully fund their operations. The revenue enhancements, along with the budget cuts, are designed to bridge a $138 million shortfall from the Trump tax reforms. For Guam's News Network, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Nestor also adds that while the tobacco tax increase did pass, another amendment by Senator St. Augustine to also raise the tax on alcohol failed. Well, former Senator Bob Klitsky shut down for a second time by the GEC, with the agency's board of directors denying his request to reopen proceeds for the investigation into the termination of Lieutenant Governor candidate David Cruz. Klitsky had written to the GEC asking for copies of documents the board received from DOE Superintendent John Fernandez and Cruz by way of subpoena. Yet GEC's board said the documents, which detailed correspondence between Fernandez and Cruz, were not public documents. Here's GEC Executive Director Maria Pangilinan.
All documents and any information the Guam Election Commission gets from investigations remain confidential.
Klitsky's complaint was based on a press release from the Rodriguez Cruz camp that said Cruz was given an ultimatum to either quit DOE or quit his campaign. The correspondence obtained by the GEC board showed Cruz was aware his contract did not allow him to run for office while continuing to work at the Department of Education. Klitsky had opined the ultimatum was a violation of election law, yet the GEC board disagreed based on documents they reviewed. After the GEC denied Klitsky's first request to obtain these documents, the former senator and judge wrote a letter saying the GEC violated the open government law and making a second request for the docs, which the GEC last night denied.
Too little, too late. That's the governor's reaction to Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo's call for a federal emergency task force to help the hospital meet deficiencies cited in the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid report. Calvo is skeptical that the feds will be able to help. He says he's been working for years on CMS reimbursements, and it's not been an easy process.
To get $3 million for this year, $4 million from the years before, and we got them. But it's a wonder when we build something and it takes 4, 5, 6 years to get something. And by the way, even when we get something, it's not even close to the reimbursement rates to cover the total billing. So I've been harping on that for years. I've asked the Congresswoman. I'm glad she's saying it now, but I've needed that help for years.
Bordallo announced during her State of the Congress address last week that she has asked the Departments of Health and Human Services and the Department of the Interior to provide GMH with technical assistance to improve services and administration. GMH has already lost accreditation, and she says the loss of federal Medicare funding would be catastrophic. The governor says he knows of one way Washington can help.
We believe that they don't need legislative action. I believe that an act by the Health and Human Services a secretary, by allowing for the waivers in regards to the reconciliations done on billings that were provided for certain years, if we can get that, that'll help a lot. So like I said, I wish we could have gotten years ago, but if the Congresswoman can get it done, so be it. I'm with her.
Verdalio says she's also working to increase the federal reimbursement percentages and remove the caps on Medicaid, but she says this needs to be matched at the local level. The Port Authority of Guam Regional Maritime Training Classroom is now ready for students. The opening ceremony also marked the start of the first PAG Regional Law Enforcement course for Tactical Operations Certification, a course endorsed by the U.S. Coast Guard. If the class is successful, that would give the port more opportunities to receive funding and resources to ensure law enforcement personnel are properly trained. General Manager Joanne Brown.
We live in a very different world. We certainly don't live in a world we grew up in. You know, the enemy used to be very easy to define when we looked at a map, and we could define those boundaries. Nowadays, it can be anywhere. It can affect us at any time. At the end of the day, it's not just about Guam. While we're here and we're centered with ourselves, it's important for all our partners in the regions to be just as capable, because they are our neighbors. The threats are just as real to them as they are to us.
Brown is looking forward to expanding facilities, adding that construction of a new Port Admin building is in the works.
Sports is coming up next after weather.
Introducing the Alpha Plus app. With the rewards feature, you can earn points and get free rewards. Filing insurance claims gets no easier, as you can receive feedback within 24 hours. Easily check your insurance balance and insurance policy with the My Policy feature. So download the all-new Alpha Plus app on Google Play or the App Store. Alpha Plus, make every day a plus.
Are Mom and Dad here yet?
Not yet. We didn't get her a lane.
We gotta stop for cash. I forgot my card.
Just use your phone.
Right. Forgot your Bank of Hawaii debit card? No problem, because now you can get cash with your phone with cardless cash from Bank of Hawaii. Introducing Cardless Cash. Download the Bank of Hawaii app today. Welcome to tomorrow.
Our workforce is changing, and our students need to be prepared for the challenges that are ahead. I graduated high school at GCC when we could learn a trade and even prepare for college. Our students deserve schools that are safe and books and resources that help prepare them for their future.
A Leon Guerrero Tenorio administration will rebuild Simon Sanchez, fix our schools, integrate technology in the classroom, and expand access to trades. I'm in to help get us there, and we humbly ask for your vote.
I'm Leon Guerrero, and I approve this message.
Summer is here, and at Cars Plus and Mighty, that means big savings during our summer clearance event. Right now, save up to $8,000 on select 2018 Ram 1500 SLT Crew Cab, or save $3,250 on a 2018 Chrysler Pacifica, voted Family Car of the Year. 1.99 APR financing is available for qualified buyers. Plus, buy today and receive a Cars Plus value card, where you get 21 cents off per gallon at all Shell stations. Don't miss our summer clearance event going on now at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports, brought to you by Triple J. I'll get to some CrossFit news on Guam's Ethan Elwell finishing in 5th place at this year's Reebok CrossFit Games. But first off, some running news on this weekend's 5K taking place at the Chamorro Village. Check it out. The Micronesian Resource Center One-Stop Shop will hold its 3rd annual One Healthy Micronesia 2K 5K run walk, stroll this Saturday at the Chamorro Village. The run route will begin at the Chamorro Village and head south to the Richard J. Bordalio Governor's Complex and back to the Chamorro Village. Proceeds from the run will benefit the Micronesian Resource Center to assist migrant families transition into their new lives on Guam.
One of our main services that we offer to our FAS community is our health and wellness service that we provide, and that's basically assisting them through documentation at public health, with applications or getting them through interviews to get that MIP.
You can register for the run at Hornet Sports, Micronesian Resource Center, or at Goody Sporting Goods. For more information, please call the Micronesian Resource Center one-stop shop at 789-1265 or 686-2227.
We go out to the Gura housings. A lot of the times in my department, I take care of the youth, and that's where I hold a lot of our positive actions, which is basically implementing sports with the youth there at the housings and getting them out of the house and getting them active and out of trouble and off the streets.
Guam's Ethan Elwell continues to prove he's one of the fittest athletes in the world. Elwell finished 5th at this year's Reebok CrossFit Games in Madison, Wisconsin for 16 to 17-year-old males. He was in 2nd place after 3 events, but dropped to 3rd on the 2nd day of competition after an injury limited his mobility.
Going on to the competition floor with all the crowd there, it's really loud. It really pumps you up. You really get your adrenaline going. Day 1 was good. I ended the day with a win and was feeling good, like I can podium. You know, we went into it wanting to podium. But on day 2, when I injured my back, that really sucked.
Ethan finished 1st in the doubles and Oli event, 2nd in the rope and yoke and AG Battleground. He also had 5 other top 10 finishes, which included a 4th place finish in the open water swim with a time of 10:51.01.
Being in that atmosphere really pumped me up, wanting to, like after the competition, wanting to go back to training just to get stronger and then prepare for regionals. But, you know, first you got to figure out what's wrong with my back.
Representing Guam and holding the flag in his hands was an honor. Ethan put the rest of the world on notice. He will be back faster and stronger the next time he competes and represents the island.
It's really great to represent Guam. A lot of people are like, what? Guam? How long did it take you to get here? So it was really cool, even meeting all the other athletes from around the world, especially in the ceremony to hold the flag. And
not getting on the podium this time around gives Ethan more motivation to work even harder. He says that he was glad to finish the competition with the back injury and has a lot of people to thank for his opportunity to compete at the games.
I want to thank all my sponsors and everyone that helped me get over here, even all the people that helped me at training, all the food, everyone, and also everyone that was cheering for Guam and watching.
In bowling news, 2nd seed Frank Manabusin Jr. claimed his first youth bowling title of the year, edging out top seed Noah Timinglow in the monthly finals 218 to 215. Noah Timinglow topped the qualifying round held earlier in the day with a 4-game series of 871. Manabusin finished in 2nd place with an 847 total, followed by Jeremiah Camacho and Ian Duenas. The next Guam Youth Bowler of the Month will be held on Sunday, September 2nd at 10 in the morning at the Central Lanes Bowling Center. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
Every time I travel, there's something from home that I can't leave without. I take my Docomo Pacific Data to Go to share my stories in Taiwan, check subway routes in Tokyo, be my food guide in Hong Kong, meet new friends in the Philippines, make updates in the States, find my way around Korea, and check out all the cool shows in Singapore. It's the data I have in all the places I love for only $10 a day. Data to Go from Docomo Pacific. Better together.
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Where will your sip take you?
You're gonna need more than an oil change.
Okay.
Okay. Try our new slushies at McDonald's. Tropic Twist, Blue Raspberry, and Cherry Limeade. Perfect for summer for a limited time.
For a limited time, receive a free $500 Kmart gift certificate on selected new vehicles from Triple J Auto Group. Get the car, the savings, and the supplies just in time for school. Top of the class deals like 2018 Mazda 3 Sport for as low as $16,995. Or our big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $298 per paycheck. Or the sporty and stylish 2018 Honda HR-V at only $176 per paycheck. Get pre-approved instantly at triplejguam.com. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. Stop by today and with Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
Hope you got your party hats on, because here are tonight's birthday shoutouts. All right, it is time to say happy birthday to today's KUAM birthday shoutouts. Isaiah Foster, happy birthday, sweet 16 to you, Isaiah, from all of your friends and family here at KUAM. Grandma Lulang, wishing our mom, grandma, and great-grandma a very happy 85th birthday. Thanks for your compassion, prayers, and forever smile. You are a true war survivor. Ingof Guaizahao, Sanan Mommy. Patrick Bamba, happy birthday to my main squeeze, the love of my life, my everything, my hubby, Patrick. Hope you enjoy your special day and many more years to come. I love you so much, honey. Thank you for all you do. Love always, your wife, kids, and your grandkids. That is awesome. Happy birthday number 15 also to Aaron Rose Paulino. Love the Iglesias and Paulino family. They hope you had a fantastic day. And happy belated birthday wishes coming out from the family of Carrie Didasco. Hope everyone had the best day ever.
And you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake by checking us out on our website.
And you can be part of the birthday club as well. Stay tuned. Got more coming up.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E. Health, Home, and Lifestyle. Presented by Paradise Fitness Center, changing lives since 1990.